Hey, it's Jim Kilvaso from the IYCA, and today I want to talk a little bit about business planning and how to get something started. So many of you know that just in the last few months, I started my own training business called Impact Sports Performance. And I've also gotten some questions through email about how to get started and what to do and how to approach a facility or a place to start a youth performance or an athletic development type of business. And recently, David sent me a message and I responded to him. And a lot of times I realize when I'm responding to someone that this is probably something that I could go into a lot greater depth in using a video. And I also realize if David has asked this question, there's probably plenty of others that are interested in as well. So I figured that we would talk just a little bit about my response. So his question was mainly about how to approach a facility to lease space and open up a business. Um, so his question was, how do I sell the fact that I am certified through the IYCA, and how do I take advantage of the IYCA courses and certifications to essentially let the people know that he is reputable and knows what he's talking about. So what I explained to him was that most places that are signing that you may sign a lease with, they don't really care how much you know or how good you are. Only that's not all they really care about, and no one's going to have you sign a lease just based on the fact that you have a certification or a degree or anything like that. Really, what a landlord or an investor is going to be interested in is, are you going to be able to make money? And are you going to be able to keep this thing afloat so that you can continue to pay them each month for the space that you're going to be using? Or for an investor, can you generate enough revenue that they will see a return on their investment? That's really what most people care most about, is a return on their investment. Or landlords want to know, is this person going to be able to sustain this business so that they can keep up on their lease payments or their rent, so that the landlord can make money. Now, I want to make sure that you understand that you have to be good at what you're doing. You have to care. You have to have education. You have to, really be passionate about this, but it needs to go beyond that. So what I explained to David was, I suggested that he create a business plan and at least start the foundations of a business plan. And I wanted to share a great resource with you, and I'll make sure that there's a link attached to this, from the Small Business Association, that basically lays out two kinds of business plans: a traditional business plan and what they call a lean or a lean startup plan. For me, I like the lean startup plan a little bit more than the traditional plan. But if you're looking for investors, they're going to want to see more of a traditional plan. If you're taking this to a bank to get a loan, they're probably going to want to see more of the traditional plan, because that's going to have more revenue projections and details in it. So in this government, the Small Business Association document, it starts to explain, like, in a traditional business plan, what are some of the things that you're going to need to include. Now, you could put this in the exact format that the SBA is suggesting, or you could get a book, or you could, do it however you want, or you can kind of do it in your own format. But you want to make sure that when you're talking to somebody about investing or in your business, or you are taking this business idea to someone to lease space, they're going to want to know some details about your business. So they're going to want to know, in a traditional format, you're going to have things like a description of the company, a market analysis, the organization and management, your marketing and sales plan, how much money you need, or what you're requesting. And then you're going to want to have some financial projections. That kind of stuff is going to be very important for a bank or an investor. In a more lean startup format, you're looking at things that are, to me, a little bit more like boots on the ground, practical kind of things, like key partnerships, key activities, important resources that you have available to you, your value, your value proposition or your unique selling points, customer relationships that you already have, and the different revenue streams that you may be able to create through your business. A little bit different feel to those business plans. The first one to me is a little bit more comprehensive, and it's going to be more for someone that needs to know about your business so that you may get a partner, or that you may get funding from a bank, or you may take that to a landlord. The second one is more for you to plan things out and to kind of organize your thoughts so you know what you have available to you and what kind of resources are there for you. Something that I feel strongly about is that one of the key characteristics of an entrepreneur is resourcefulness. So, using that lean startup plan, you're going to be able to kind of outline the resources you have available to you and start to think about how you can use those resources to create a better business. So that's where I began with David, and I didn't get into this much depth with him through email. So hopefully, hopefully he sees this, and you can take this and start to develop your own business plan when you want to get started in a youth fitness or an athletic development or performance type of business in person. So hopefully that helps. If you have some questions, I will make sure that I attach the link to that SBA document that outlines some of the things that I just talked about, and feel free to shoot some questions, some more detailed questions my way, so we can continue this conversation about getting you started in your business.